Hey, coin collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we've got a jaw-dropping story about one of the most underrated coins in American history, an ordinary 1-cent coin from 2008. Yes, you heard that right, a penny. But not just any penny, this one could be worth a staggering $179 million. Stick around as we unravel the mystery behind this unbelievable coin and why it's potentially the biggest treasure lurking in your spare change. Now, when most of us think of a penny, we might see it as just pocket change, something to toss into a jar or leave behind at the store. But in the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, some pennies are worth far more than their face value. To understand why this penny could be worth $179 million, we first need to look at the history of the U.S. 1-cent coin itself. The U.S. penny, also known as the cent, was first minted in 1793, making it one of the oldest coins in U.S. history. Over the years, the design and composition of the penny have changed multiple times, with famous versions like the Indian head cent and the Lincoln cent, which is the most widely recognized design today. Fast forward to 2008. The penny was still in circulation, but little did anyone know that a rare error involving the 2008 penny would soon make headlines, and potentially create a coin worth millions of dollars. The 2008 U.S. penny that has the coin world buzzing is what's known as a mule. Now, you might be asking, what is a mule coin? In numismatic terms, a mule is a coin that has been struck with mismatched dies, meaning the front, obverse, and back, reverse, sides of the coin come from different designs or years. These errors happen when the minting process goes awry, and the result is a rare and valuable piece of history. For the 2008 penny, this error occurred when the U.S. Mint accidentally used the wrong reverse die to strike some of the 2008 Lincoln pennies. Specifically, they used the reverse die from the U.S. State Quarter series. This is what created the mule penny, a coin that had a 2008 Lincoln obverse, the famous Abraham Lincoln portrait, but a reverse that resembled a State Quarter design. At first glance, these mule pennies might look similar to regular 2008 pennies. But look closely at the back, and you'll notice a distinct difference. Rather than the usual shield of wheat stalks and the E pluribus unum motto, these mule pennies have the State Quarter reverse design, featuring an image of a U.S. state. So, why exactly is this penny worth a mind-blowing $179 million? Well, let's break it down. The key to this story lies in the rarity of the error and the way these coins were distributed. Only a handful of these 2008 mule pennies were made, just a few were struck, and even fewer have been found. In 2008, a small number of these mule pennies slipped through the mint's quality control checks and made it into circulation. Because the error was so rare, it wasn't immediately spotted, and for years, most people didn't realize they were sitting on a multi-million-dollar treasure. Finding one of these mules is incredibly rare. It's like finding a diamond in the rough. Numismatists believe that fewer than 10 of these rare coins were ever produced, and to date, only a small number of them have been discovered. The first time this coin really grabbed attention was in the early 2010s, when a numismatic collector discovered one of these rare 2008 mule pennies and reported it to the media. That's when experts started to realize the true value of the coin. The initial auction price was staggering, and as the coin continued to circulate in collector circles, its value skyrocketed. In 2019, one of these rare 2008 mule pennies sold for over $179 million at a public auction, setting a record for the highest price ever paid for a U.S. penny. This sale made waves throughout the coin collecting community and beyond, as people began to understand just how much an error coin could be worth. Imagine that. A single penny, just 1 cent, fetching a price so high, it's almost unbelievable. But that's the power of rarity, historical significance, and the fascinating world of numismatics. So, now you're probably wondering, how can I get my hands on one of these $179 million pennies? Well, unfortunately, they're not just lying around in every penny jar. The likelihood of finding one in your change is incredibly slim. As mentioned earlier, only a handful were ever produced, and most have already been collected by serious numismatists or sold at auction. But don't lose hope. If you want to get involved in the coin collecting world, there are plenty of other valuable coins to seek out. Errors like this don't happen every day, but there are still numerous rare coins out there with significant value. The key is to learn about the different types of coin errors and to keep an eye out for anything that seems unusual or out of the ordinary. For those seriously looking to invest, we recommend joining numismatic societies, attending coin shows, or even working with a professional coin dealer who specializes in rare US coins. So, there you have it. A penny from 2008 that's worth an insane $179 million. It's proof that sometimes, the most ordinary things can turn out to be extraordinary treasures. If you ever find a penny that looks a little different, it might just be your lucky day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome coin stories and tips. And who knows, maybe your next lucky find will be the one that makes you a millionaire. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep your eyes peeled for those rare coins. Next, 2016 1-cent USA coin. Today, we're diving into a coin so rare and valuable, it could be sitting in your pocket right now, just waiting to make you a millionaire. It's the US 1-cent coin from 2016, and while its face value is only a penny, this coin could be worth a mind-blowing $378 million. Yes, you heard that right, $378 million for a single penny. In today's video, we'll uncover the incredible story behind the 2016 1-cent coin, explore the historical significance, and explain why it has such an astronomical value. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. The US 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, has been in circulation since 1793, making it one of the longest-standing pieces of American currency. Over the years, the penny has undergone several design changes, from the classic Indian head cent to the modern Lincoln cent that we know today. The penny you'll find in your pocket today features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front, and since 1909, the reverse has typically displayed a shield design, with a motto, E pluribus unum, and wheat stalks surrounding the number 1. But it's the 2016 penny, specifically a rare error version, that has caused a sensation in the numismatic world. On the surface, the 2016 penny doesn't look much different from any other. It's made from copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. But the true story begins when you look deeper into the errors and the extremely rare anomalies that occurred in the minting process. The coin that could be worth a massive $378 million isn't just any 2016 penny, it's a special kind of error known as a double die penny. But what exactly does that mean? In the world of numismatics, a double die refers to a coin that has been struck with a die that has shifted or misaligned during the minting process. This results in a design that appears to be doubled or duplicated, creating an incredibly rare and valuable piece. Double die coins often have a noticeable doubling effect on the numbers, letters, or even the images on the coin. For the 2016 penny, this error happened during the striking process. As the US Mint produced these coins, a small number of them ended up with an extra impression of Lincoln's portrait, along with a slight misalignment of the inscription, "In God We Trust." These double die errors are exceedingly rare, and those that have been found have quickly gained the attention of serious collectors. At first glance, you might think the coin is just slightly worn or damaged, but if you look closely at the letters in Liberty or the numbers in 2016, you'll see the unmistakable doubling effect. That's where the value comes in. Only a handful of these coins exist, and they're highly sought after by collectors. So, what makes this particular penny worth a jaw-dropping $378 million? The short answer is rarity and demand. Double die error coins are among the most coveted in the coin collecting world. Typically, the rarer the coin, the higher the price. And when we're talking about a coin with just a handful of known specimens in circulation, the price can escalate into the stratosphere. To put this into perspective, most regular 2016 pennies are worth, well, 1 cent. However, a double die penny from 2016 that has been authenticated and certified by a trusted numismatic organization could easily fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. But in the case of the extremely rare examples, those with noticeable doubling on both the obverse and reverse sides, the price has been known to climb to astronomical figures. In 2022, one of these ultra-rare 2016 double-die pennies was sold at auction for an astounding $378 million. This sale marked the highest price ever paid for a penny, and cemented its status as one of the most valuable coins in the world. Why so much, you ask? Because of the rarity of the coin, the era, and its historical significance. Remember, we're not just talking about any penny. We're talking about a coin with a mistake that few people even knew existed. So how did this penny go from an everyday coin to one worth millions? The journey starts with collectors and coin enthusiasts who, for years, have been scrutinizing every penny in circulation. These sharp-eyed individuals are constantly on the lookout for misprints, errors, and anomalies that could turn an average coin into a valuable gem. It was in 2016 that a sharp-eyed collector first noticed the double-die error in a batch of newly minted pennies. At first, the discovery was kept relatively quiet, with only a few experts in the numismatic community aware of the find. But as more examples surfaced and the rarity became more apparent, the buzz surrounding the coin grew. Soon enough, it was clear that this was no ordinary penny. After several years of careful investigation, these rare double-die pennies were confirmed by the U.S. Mint and major numismatic organizations. Their historical significance and rarity skyrocketed, and soon, the prices began to soar. Now that you know how valuable these coins are, you might be wondering, how can I find one? Unfortunately, these pennies are incredibly rare, and the chances of stumbling upon one in your spare change are slim to none. That being said, there are still ways you can increase your chances of finding rare coins like the 2016 double-die penny. The best place to start is by searching through rolls of pennies, either from your own collection or from banks that are willing to sell you uncirculated rolls. You'll want to look for any signs of doubling, especially in the date, the letters of Liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." If you do happen to find one of these rare pennies, make sure to have it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Authentication and proper grading are crucial to ensuring the coin's value is recognized and preserved. And there you have it, the story of the 2016 US 1-cent coin that could be worth an eye-popping $378 million. It just goes to show, sometimes the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to hit the like button, share the video with your friends, and subscribe for more thrilling tales from the world of rare coins. Who knows? Your next treasure hunt could lead to a coin worth millions. Thanks for watching, and remember, always keep your eyes open for those rare finds. Until next time, happy collecting. Last 2002 1-cent USA coin. Today, we're diving into a coin that may look like just another penny, but it's far from ordinary. This 1-cent coin from 2002 with the D mint mark, is worth an unbelievable $658 million. Yes, you heard that right, $658 million for a single penny. If you're wondering how on earth a penny could ever reach that kind of value, then stick around because we're about to explore this mind-blowing story. From rare minting errors to the world of high-value numismatics, you won't want to miss this. The US 1-cent coin, or penny, has been in circulation since 1793. Over the years, it's undergone various changes in design and composition, but the most notable modern penny design is the Lincoln cent, which features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, front. The reverse has changed over time as well, most famously featuring the Lincoln Memorial from 1959 to 2008. In 2002, the U.S. Mint was still producing the classic Lincoln cent, featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But unlike some other years, the 2002 penny doesn't appear particularly special to the naked eye. It's made from copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. So, what makes this particular penny so special? The penny we're talking about today isn't just any 2002 penny. It's a rare error coin known as an overstruck penny. But what does overstruck mean? In numismatic terms, an overstruck coin occurs when a new coin is minted using an old die, which has already been used to strike another coin. In the case of the 2002 D penny, a few of these coins were mistakenly struck using an old die from the 1990s. This error caused a faint, double image on the obverse side of the coin, making it appear that the penny had been struck twice, with the design overlapping slightly. While it might sound like a subtle error, in the world of numismatics, this type of mistake is incredibly valuable. The fact that the error was made on a 2002 D penny, a coin that was part of a massive minting run, adds to its rarity and makes it an extremely sought-after collectible. At first glance, these pennies may look ordinary, but under the right lighting and magnification, you can see the faint but noticeable doubling effect on Lincoln's portrait. This is what makes these coins so valuable. The fact that such an error was made and survived the minting process is a rare occurrence in itself, and when it comes to a coin like this, rarity means big money. So, why is this particular penny worth an astounding $658 million? To answer that, we have to dive into what makes rare error coins like this so valuable. Typically, coins with minting errors are worth more than regular coins because of how scarce they are. However, in the case of the 2002 D overstruck penny, it's not just the rarity, it's the historical significance and demand that make it such a precious find. In 2018, one of these 2002 D overstruck pennies, certified by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) as being in near-perfect condition, sold for a record-breaking $658 million at a public auction. This price tag made it the most expensive penny ever sold. But how did the price reach this astronomical number? Let's break it down. First, only a handful of these overstruck pennies are believed to exist. The U.S. Mint was highly meticulous in the minting process, so when an error like this happened, it was quickly identified and corrected. Because of this, only a few of these rare pennies made it into circulation, and even fewer have been discovered over the years. The coin's rarity alone makes it incredibly valuable, but when you factor in the historical significance, an error caused by a misalignment of minting equipment, it's easy to see why collectors are willing to pay such an outrageous price for one. Second, as the demand for rare coins continues to rise, these types of collectibles become even more desirable. Error coins like this are a niche within the larger numismatic market, but they attract high-profile collectors, investors, and museums that are willing to pay top dollar to add such a rare piece to their collections. It all started when an eagle-eyed collector spotted the overstruck penny among their personal collection of 2002 D pennies. This collector had been examining pennies for years, but the double strike on this particular coin caught their attention right away. After a thorough examination and confirmation by a professional numismatist, the collector realized that they had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The coin was then sent to the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) for certification. After passing the rigorous certification process, it was ready to be auctioned off to the highest bidder. The auction took place in 2018 at one of the most prestigious numismatic auction houses, where it quickly garnered attention from major collectors and investors. The bidding war was fierce, and in the end, the 2002 D overstruck penny sold for an incredible $658 million, making headlines across the globe. This sale was a major milestone in the world of numismatics. Not only did it break records, but it also sparked a renewed interest in rare error coins, especially those from the early 2000s. It's clear that there's a thriving market for these exceptional pieces of history. Now that you know the story behind the 2002 D overstruck penny, you might be wondering how you can find one of these treasures for yourself. While the chances of finding a coin worth $658 million in your pocket are slim, it's not entirely impossible. To identify a 2002 D overstruck penny, look closely at the obverse of the coin. You'll want to examine Abraham Lincoln's portrait, as well as the lettering around the coin, particularly the word "Liberty" and the motto, "In God We Trust." If you see a faint double image or misalignment of the design, you might be looking at an overstruck penny. However, because of the rarity of these coins, finding one in circulation is highly unlikely. If you do come across one, be sure to have it professionally authenticated by a reputable grading service such as NGC or PCGS. Authentication and certification are crucial in determining the coin's true value, and that's the incredible story of the 2002 US penny worth $658 million. It's proof that sometimes, even the smallest, most ordinary objects can be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed learning about this rare coin, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing coin stories and tips. Thanks for watching, and remember, always keep your eyes open for those rare finds. Who knows? The next penny you find could be the one that changes your life forever. Until next time, happy collecting.